Okay, so before you watch this video, I have one question I want you to ask yourself, and keep your answer in mind as we continue through the video. Have you ever seen a night with no moon? Now, when I say this, I don't mean anything like a new moon, where the moon is still there, it's just very hard to see. What I mean is, you look up in the sky and you see all the stars and everything, but there is no moon. Okay, now that you've answered that question, let's move on. This is the Earth, but because I can't make 3D models or anything, just imagine this as a top-down view of the Earth with the Arctic on the top. Alright, now let's add in the sun. With the sun here, the Earth gets split into two distinct regions, night and day. Night, by definition, is the part of the Earth where you cannot see the sun. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Now let's add in the moon. Now, most of the time, what happens is something like this. The moon just so happens to line up with the night side of the Earth, and during the night, you see the moon. But we know that this isn't always true. As you can see, there's no place on the Earth where you could stand where you could see the sun and the moon at the same time. But just from experience, we know that sometimes you can see both. If this is true, then the moon must be somewhere like this. Now the Earth is divided up into four distinct regions. One where you can see just the sun, and it's a normal day. One where you can see the sun and the moon. One where you can see the moon and it's night. And most interestingly of all, a region where it's night and you cannot see the moon. These two regions are always the same size and exactly opposite of each other. So even if the moon were somewhere like this, there would still be a part of the Earth where there is no moon, but it's nighttime. So in conclusion, because we can sometimes see the sun and the moon at the same time, then there must be parts of the Earth where you can see neither. But think back to your original answer. Why have I never seen this happen, at least? And if you have, I guarantee it's nowhere near as frequent as seeing the sun and the moon at the same time. And if you think about it, it should be just as frequent. Because the two regions are the same size, it means the probability that you see the sun and the moon at the same time should be exactly the same that you see neither.